We will not copyright or trademark that. We do not have the rights to this at all. Please do not sue us. Thank you.
Welcome back to These Unprecedented Gays, your go-to podcast for all things queer, where we unpack the nuances of LGBTQ plus life in these unprecedented times.
He's a biological processing unit, and that just happens.
And yes, it does. And it's like, the fun part is like when you're just sitting there and you're like, what? Did I
They don't make,
something?
there's no indication. And I don't think I've ever heard a dog actually make an audible fart.
My favorite is when they like scare themselves. You ever watch the videos where like they do it and they scare themselves, and it's like that's hilarious to me.
I wish Max could have audible farts because farts are funny, but they're not. His aren't funny. They're like deadly. The silent but deadlies.
SPDs. And I are having a stare down right now.
And it was just National Dog Day, so this episode is in dedication to Baxter.
Oh, that's right. And Max.
Max and Max.
He's okay.
That video you posted of them together was, or the photos were so cute.
I know. I was like, I couldn't find any newer photos of them together.
So small. I know.
We need a new one. They haven't played since, he was a baby.
Well, yeah, and they're about the same size.
They are. I know. Yeah. That'll be good.
And we just took him to Grape Street Park, and he loved it.
Where's Grape Street?
The one that's by our house.
In South Park.
Oh, great! Oh,
Grape Street.
I was thinking the one down in Little Italy.
No.
Oh, that's the open one.
It used to be open, but now it's like
is it gated?
They kind of closed it off a little bit more.
I mean, it's fine. It's very big.
Your comment about the coffee
because Grape Street is also the one that's in Little Italy. I think it's on Grape.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, yeah.
Is it?
Anyway, don't trust me. I'm just the fact checker.
That'll come up later, so.
Okay. Well, I'm Paul.
And I'm Julia.
And we're These Unprecedented Gays.
Get enunciation. These unprecedented.
So, before we get to our, how our week was, so do you have did she eat?
Girl, no. I was hoping you did because I have no idea what happened this week.
But did she eat? So, mine for this week is, I know it's because the last couple of weeks it's all been
politics
and everything. It's still going to be politics.
It's going to be politics until politics isn't politics.
But mine is the Republican Party right now, and all these people, because especially Fox News and stuff, who can't seem to find anything to attack Tim Walz and Kamala Harris on, but they're trying to reclaim and turn weird and bizarre around on them. And I'm like, it's not helping when you attack somebody for taking their dog to the dog park and calling them a liar. That's not going to try to make it sound like that's weird. Because did you hear about this?
No.
Okay, so
who's taking their dog to the dog park?
So Tim Walz posted a photo of him and Scout, and it was like, taking him to the dog park. But in the picture or the video, it wasn't Scout. It was another dog.
There were two photos.
Yeah, there were two photos. One with Scout and one without. And when you play the video and see what the context of that photo is, it's because he's at a dog park and there's two dogs there. So, but the conservatives are like, he's lying about his dog.
Trump lied about an endorsement from Taylor Swift that he used an AI image.
Oh, well, and also he broke federal law today at Arlington Cemetery by having
who did Trump?
The press were there.
He had press, and he turned Marker 60 into a political event, and there is a federal law that prohibits any that area, that cemetery, but specifically that area as well. You can't use it for political gain or political usage.
Add it to the indictments.
Well, and the funny thing is he was invited by families who lost someone 3 years ago. There was an attack.
It was while they were trying to leave Afghanistan.
Okay, yeah, and so they have 16 soldiers buried at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. So one of the families asked Trump to be there to help lay a wreath on there. Great. But then they went to this area that you can't film or anything, especially press.
Out of respect to the dead.
Out of respect to the hundreds, if not thousands, of dead there
That
it's
serve the
hallowed
country.
ground.
Yeah, it's just
And it's like
so gross. So gross.
so the press, the public relations director for the cemetery tried to stop them. Supposedly, they got into an altercation with Trump and his security.
Oh my god.
And then Stephen Chung, Trump's press secretary, was like, "We don't know who this person is who must be having a manic episode, mental health episode." And it's like, okay, first of all, you are just racking up these things where you just want to piss off veterans like left and right.
But
Like,
Trump, so the law, he violated a law.
A federal
Did
law.
he get arrested?
No, at this time, no. But like the family's like, well, we told him it was okay. It's like, no,
No, you
sweetie,
don't get to pick
You don't get
that.
to decide that.
Oh my god.
This is not how that works.
Oh my god.
In that same hair, did you hear about JD Vance? Who he like tried to like make amends about the donut shop thing today too? Did you see?
God.
He was like
Make amends what?
well, because basically it was like a really awkward thing of him going to that donut shop.
Yeah, with the girl who was like, don't
Yeah.
film me.
Yeah, and he was like, yeah, you know, we just like I get it. Like we should have done a better job of like making sure that they wanted to be on film and like. So like it was just weird, like, but it was also like you said the weirdest shit. Like it's you being awkward. It's
But it
not-
wasn't even she didn't want to be on film. She also didn't fucking care that you were there. Yeah. she was like, he was like, hi, I'm running for vice president, and she was like,
Great.
okay.
She's like,
what,
okay.
what do you want?
Yeah, his press team didn't actually go in beforehand and say, hey, is it okay if we bring this nominee to be VP of the country?
And not only that, but like
They just showed
hey,
up.
Can you guys like? But also, that's the kind of thing they're trying to do that, and they can't get it right because it's not organic, and they're trying to appeal to everyone, and that's you can't do that. If you went to like a Cracker Barrel, then maybe
What city was it in?
I love
it's like
Cracker Barrel
somewhere
so much.
in Georgia. I think it's
Okay.
like about
Cracker
Dawson,
Barrel.
Georgia, or something like that.
Yeah.
I know. I love Cracker Barrel, but they're problematic.
I just love that all he kept saying was like, okay, good, okay.
Yeah,
good.
and he doesn't
It's like
know
a
how to
bad
talk.
date. It's like a bad
Right.
first date.
He's weird.
Okay,
That's
good.
why.
But like
Him and his eyeliner.
Then you see Tim Walz at
I
a
love
place
him
in
so
Nebraska, and he's like having this good time.
Oh,
People
I
are
love
excited
it.
to see him. And
Yeah.
then maybe his team went in and made sure of that. But it
Which
felt
you hope
really,
they should. Like the team. That's what you have a team for.
But you also hope that that's organic and people actually are excited to see him.
They're not.
You know.
No. So wait,
So anyway.
what was the eating was,
It was Republican and like Fox News and everything.
which they're not eating.
They're not eating. because,
I have one. Okay, good.
okay.
So I just remembered this, but Trump, and I feel like it's all politics right now, but whatever. Trump and Kamala are supposed to debate in soon.
Yeah.
September 12th. September 10th.
Very, very
September
soon.
10th.
And Trump is like potentially backing out. So then the Harris campaign posted a clip of him doing that, and they put like chickens, like bok bok
Yes,
barking.
and they posted a chicken emoji next to it too.
Yeah, they are trolling again. Tyler, wait, no, who's our twink? Trevor the twink, the non-binary twink.
We need to have Trevor on the show someday.
We need to. How crazy would it be if there was a twink that's non-binary running Harris's campaign?
But like, you know, we were just watching a thing on YouTube, and it was like Maya Rudolph's 10 best like celebrity impressions on SNL, and the number one was Kamala Harris. But it was also like they took stuff from the 2020 election,
Yeah.
like when they were all trying to go through the primaries, and it's like very much like her trying to connect with the young people, and she, you know, Maya Rudolph's like taking it to the extreme. She's like, I'm just here to become a GIF. You know, she wants to make a meme. She wants to do this,
Oh
but
my
like
God.
now, it's her time, and it's more organic, and it's
They're not trying at all,
they're not
and that's the
trying
best
at all,
part.
and that's the best part of it. It's like you don't have to do that.
Yeah, I love it. It's just, I mean, 2020 was a weird time in and of itself.
Right.
Obviously, like there was the fly on Mike Pence.
I totally forgot.
I know that came into like my memory this week, and I was like, oh, interesting.
Well, they did that on Saturday Night Live during.
Yes,
Yeah.
they had Bowen Yang. I think was the fly, right?
Fly.
Oh man.
So anyway, but they did not eat.
So yeah, Republicans are not eating.
There's a lot of
Democrats
hungry
are eating.
Republicans out there not eating.
It is funny because like they are really trying to the Democrats have done a good job of like reclaiming the word patriotism and patriot and what that means and taking that back.
Yeah.
Whereas the right-leaning people are trying to gain back weird because they're so mad at us using that to describe them.
But then they'll just come up with a new word. Like,
but they're using it for weird purposes. It's like,
right.
You can't call a 17-year-old kid who has a nonverbal learning disability and ADHD and anxiety disorder weird.
Yeah, wait, who is that?
Laura Ingraham posted
Ann Coulter.
Ann Coulter.
Yeah,
posted. She's just like
she's the devil.
I have a did she eat then?
Okay.
I guess someone was getting roasted, and Ann Coulter was one of the guests, and all the comedians railed her. So bad.
Do you know who it was that was getting roasted? I think it was Trump.
No.
It was Rob Lowe. It was the roast of Rob Lowe.
Yes.
And Pete Davidson.
It was Pete Davidson.
And there were like 6 different comedians that made really harsh comments to her. They're like, Ann Coulter won the Kentucky Derby.
Well, she posted that this is weird about Gus gushing over his dad during the DNC, and then she deleted it afterwards.
Girl, too late. There were screenshots.
I know. In this day and age, you can't delete anything and think that somebody didn't see it.
Listen, have you ever watched a documentary on like once you put something online, it never is gone?
Right.
It's out there and whatever.
It's like people.
The worst.
It's like when people say you can block me, but you can't unsuck my dick.
Oh.
Yeah, you ever heard of that?
I wish we could have that be the podcast episode title.
You can block me, but you can't unsuck my dick.
I like that. Talk about reclaiming the power.
I know, right?
Reclaiming my time.
So anyway,
I am speaking. I hope in the next debate she drops those. Like, or not the next debate, the only debate. Like, she just sprinkles in some of those things.
I just want T-shirts to say I'm speaking, or things like that. Just like
or did you just fall out of a coconut tree?
So okay, this is another one that's like, did she eat? And this is a no, they did not eat, because the Jules, the content creator who created Demure, she can't create merchandise.
Why?
Because somebody already trademarked that phrase.
I hate the world.
It was probably a corporation.
No, it was some guy.
Yeah.
So some freaking...
Hold on. First use in commerce is... She gets it. If so trademark and copyright. So she said it. It was her creative work. She owns the copyright in it.
Yeah.
She can defend that. And technically, if she's getting monetized for her content,
that's her likeness.
That's first use in commerce.
Where's her GoFundMe? We need to hire a lawyer.
I know, right? Where's Gloria Steinem when you need her? Like, come on, girl. Like,
I feel like she'll win that law. She'll win that lawsuit for
that
sure.
Also helping with like Minnesotans Against Wall or NeverWalls.com. Did you hear about this?
Yes, it's amazing.
And so somebody went on and bought it. The
URL.
The URL. So when you go there, it's like Trump has 34 convictions. Why not vote for somebody worth it? And then it redirects you to Harris Walls.
Oh, that's smart.
It's hilarious because it was a booth set up at the Minnesota State Fair, and these people were like
Never
Walls.
Yeah, there we go.
And they were trying to get people to not vote for him.
Yeah.
And it was, but I'm also like, you need to make sure you do your job first, which is like, make sure you have every iteration of whatever you're trying to do,
right?
And you bought those domains beforehand,
I wouldn't even that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't have even have thought of that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she may not be able to get the domain name,
right?
Someone could buy that,
right?
But they can't use it on products,
right?
Ooh. So let's hope that a follow up.
We're going to keep a finger on the pulse.
We're gonna finger this until we figure out what's going on.
We got you, Jules. Because when she wins her lawsuit, she will eat.
Okay. Yes. There you go.
Reach out to them and see if they'll come on.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
Jules?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
See, why not?
Read us a filth bitch.
So, how was your week, Joe?
It's been busy with work, so not fun stuff. But we did go to a really good Cuban restaurant with you guys last week. Cuban, right?
Yeah.
Havana. And, I would love to go back because the sandwich was really good. They had really good pastries. But it was funny because it was like a lemon key lime tart or whatever. And I get it, and then I sit down at the table and take a bite, and Andy was like, "Oh, take a bite," and I was like, I'm really spoiled because Andy is really good at like baking, and because like I am now accustomed, because I like the punch from like the citruses, and he's very good at that, and it was just like the one that was at this restaurant was just missing, and I was like, you could do
it's
so
because
much better.
they're doing that to such a broad audience that they can't make it.
I think
They need to
crunchy.
punch it.
Right.
But the food, I don't know what it was called.
It was so good.
Havana Cuba.
Havana
Grill.
Havana Grill. Very, very good.
Cute
If you're in
restaurant.
San Diego, fantastic
It's probably
food.
one of my top 5 Cuban restaurants in San Diego.
Oh.
There used to be one over in Point Loma, and I don't know if it's still there or not, but
It was just really good. The empanadas were tasty.
Yeah, the Cuban restaurant that's in Point Loma is still there.
it is.
Off from Moreno.
They're so good.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Would you guys ever want to go to like Havana ever? Would you want to travel to the
Like the actual place in
Yeah.
Cuba? Is it safe to go?
I don't know.
I think it involves going to Florida first, and therefore probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, and I think Nick is okay with Florida for about 3 years
Yeah.
after your.
The LA Gay Men's Chorus went there
To
on like
Havana.
a special outreach thing and performed there, and it was right when things were opening up again. Very, very cool. like,
Interesting.
right when we did the last gala, the one that was
Before COVID, yeah.
They had
Yeah, they did a good
that
show.
year. They had done
That's cool, actually.
Havana thing, and all of their songs were kind of Latin.
I mean, I wouldn't be against it. I just would have to do research on it.
Yeah.
So the Cuban food is really, really tasty. And then prior, I was really into the Dreamlight Valley on my Nintendo Switch, but now I am revisiting the Zelda game, and there's a lot to do. So I've been playing a lot of Zelda, I guess.
Okay.
What are you up to?
Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay.
Which is a direct sequel to Breath of the Wind.
Yes.
So,
Sure. You're saying
I'm
words.
the captain of my castle, the master of my domain.
Pokemon.
Inherit the wind, people.
Or break wind.
There you go. That too.
Oh my God.
Well, you know what that reference was from, right? The captain of my castle. The master
Isn't
of my
that,
domain.
isn't that Robin
It was
Williams?
no, it was the episode of Seinfeld when they were all not going to masturbate.
Oh,
So that was the euphemism
man.
for not, not having reached the no nut
They think that
The
their
no nut?
penises are.
master of their domain.
I thought they were like thinking their penises were castles or
No,
something.
no. It's just like, 'cause Elaine was in it too.
Your body is a temple, so
And my butthole is a chalice. I would watch Seinfeld because I am the like outlier in my entire family because my mom, my dad, and my brother all watched it when it was on. So they have the inside jokes, they'll make the jokes, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So like, I would love to start it from beginning till end because I feel like it would resonate. I'm like the age that they are.
Yeah, you don't need to watch it in order though because
Yeah.
it really doesn't. Follow
Yeah,
a
it's like
continuity.
Friends. I would watch Seinfeld. All right, that's my next task.
Okay. So we went to dinner with you guys, and then the next night we we went to our friend's 10-year anniversary at their house, which had a lot of people in there. It was catered. Which
You were
was
all
really
dressed
cute.
up?
We got a little dressed up.
A little bit.
A little bit more dressed up than we usually are. So we actually put
More
on pants.
I love that was in unison. We put on pants.
Well, like some people came in suits and other people came in t-shirts. So it
Girl,
really was
no.
not.
So San
Yeah.
Diego.
Well, and also,
Yeah.
like, was there
San Diego.
an attire required, or was it just like show up?
No, it really was casual.
Yeah.
And even people who came dressed up kind of started dressing down because it was outside.
But like a suit, I don't know. Seems too uncomfortable.
But it was very cute. They had a great time. We had a great
awesome.
time, and it
So
was
great.
it was a very fun gathering. There were a lot more people than we thought there were going to be. I will say that our friend's nephew is really, really good looking, and he has really, really big hands.
Oh, all the better to feel you up with.
I didn't even see him.
We'll need to find his Instagram
This is
later.
the EMT, right?
Yes.
Oh, he's an EMT?
His nephew is an EMT in Las Vegas.
Girl, I would have pretended to pass the
Right.
fuck out and need mouth-to-mouth
Which
resuscitation.
is what everybody does in Las Vegas. That's the EMT that shows up.
Oh my god.
You just never know if he's going to bring a boombox and start dancing.
Wait, was he a stripper? Maybe that's
No,
what he
but he
does on
could
the
be.
side.
He's legit EMT.
But he could be.
I mean,
Like-
what goes on behind closed doors, I don't care. Or do I?
But it was a good time, and that was basically it. Then we had like a very like relaxed day on Sunday. But then Andy was like, "I'm gonna bake," and I'm like, "Okay, what are you baking?" He's like, "I'm gonna make some biscotti."
Ooh.
And I was like,
I had already baked peach.
he already
crumb
baked
bars.
peach crumble bars,
Yeah, you made the bar. I think I saw those.
and then he makes biscotti, which was actually really good. And I was like, "Do I need to help?"
You're like, I'm just
No.
relaxing. Is the biscotti oh my god, what's the black licorice? The black licorice flavor.
No,
Anise?
biscotti. Anise. You
Yeah.
can do that, but these were just pistachio and cranberry.
Okay, because I always, growing up, my grandparents would make them with like the black licorice flavor, and they were
And
really
the same
gross.
thing.
Yeah, it was not good.
Well, if you don't like that flavor,
I don't.
nothing's going to make it.
No.
Well, and if you don't like with biscotti, you have to. It's better to have a drink with it, like coffee or tea or something.
Oh, yeah.
Dunk it.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's basically a dried out cookie.
But it's really good.
Well, and that
really
was
good.
the funny thing. I brought them to a rehearsal on Monday night and realized, you know what? This is going to be like the worst. People are going to eat this going, this is dry and hard. What a horrible...
But that's what biscotti
That's what they're
is.
supposed to be.
Yeah.
Or they're going to eat them and they're going to think this is delicious. And then they're going to go and try and see them. They're like,
Yeah, or they're like, water!
yeah.
They all disappeared. So, and I mean, I think people liked them. I do them again. I've never made them before.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they may go in the holiday box.
Are
So
you already prepping the menu?
we're trying, yeah.
A holiday box.
All I know is that the caramel shortbread cookies just need to be a recurring theme. Thanks.
We may need to rent a refrigerator for a few months. Just
That's
to
fine.
Get us through because
We'll go fund you.
This is an under capacity refrigerator freezer.
Well, and you don't want to put them down in the whatever thing because people
No,
stole your
'cause people
cinnamon
come and
rolls.
take it.
Take that stuff.
You know what you can do? You could do a dummy one.
You know, I'm gonna get. I might get a box with a lock on it and put it in the freezer down there.
I mean, hey,
Hey,
if it's
sounds
if it's not against the rules,
No.
No.
I mean, do they make those?
Yeah.
Like a lockbox for desserts?
Not for dessert, though.
I'm sure you can find it on Amazon.com.
So, yeah, so that was our week. Yeah, so that means it's time for mouth to mouth. Mouth to mouth resuscitation. Somebody obsessed with Joe besides your Zelda game.
Well, and that's not obsessive.
Okay.
What I'm obsessed with is so I was trying to like bulk make some chicken the other day, and this is yesterday. And I was like, okay, this frozen. I don't want to wait for it to thaw because that takes a long time, and then it gets all like juicy in the freezer or in the refrigerator, and it's a lot of cleanup. And so I was like, I have an Instant Pot. Like, surely there's a way to like cook chicken quickly from frozen. So I found a recipe, and I was like, oh, this is really easy. Just throw the chicken in with some chicken broth, and like you seal the thing up, and you make it go, or whatever. And so I'm like, this is fantastic. I'm gonna have like shredded chicken. It's gonna be great. I turn the thing in, I press the pressure cooker button, and it's like trying to pressure cook for like 40 minutes. I was like, this isn't like the right thing. Get an error. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that means. So there's too much liquid. So fast forward, it all worked out. What I'm obsessed with is you can shred chicken in a KitchenAid. Like with the paddle. So I just took all the chicken, the cooked chicken, and I was like, I don't want to have to shred this because it's a lot. And it just did it, and I was like, all on its own. I don't have a Voskvitzen or whatever. Ankerstrom.
So for those of you, that is a kitchen hack from Joe for you.
Not really. Yeah, sure.
Kitchen hack.
Well, but I was like, oh my god, look at me go! Because I'm like trying to like actually cook more food instead of just go eat cereal and buy pizza.
Right.
Because like you need like nutrients or whatever. And so I was like, this was really easy. You just put in the Instant Pot for like 30 minutes, and then by the time it's done, it's like maybe an hour, and you have like a bunch of chicken. It's in the freezer, it's shredded and like ready to go.
So we bake chicken for Baxter to put in on the bottom of his bowl with his regular food. And so I always do a couple extra for me, and then I make chicken salad. And like my secret ingredient in my chicken salad is horseradish cream.
Oh.
So it gives a little bit of kick.
What do you put in your chicken salad? Obviously chicken and then mayo.
And mayo, horseradish cream, celery salt, white pepper, I do a couple of the onion powder, garlic powder, and some other stuff. Yeah.
Do you put
Sounds good.
what are the chives or anything?
No.
Oh, that's easy then.
Yeah.
So your chicken salad's like easy to do.
Yeah. Well, an even easier one is my egg salad. So my new egg salad is just basically 6 hard-boiled eggs, chop it up, and then mix in some mayo with cilantro dressing from Trader Joe's, and make that, and that's it. It's done.
That's super easy.
No mustard?
No.
Oh.
So anyway.
So yeah, that's what I'm obsessed with. And it's
Okay.
kind of not like glorious, but I'm like, okay.
So I am obsessed with the fact that our neighbors are just as big and nosy Nancy's as I am. Because like,
Your upstairs neighbors or like
our upstairs neighbors, our downstairs neighbors.
so you're the
all
nosy
neighbors.
you're the nosy
We're the nosy one.
stack.
Yes.
It is Mrs. Roper everywhere you turn.
So the other
Even
day,
Baxter's turning into Mrs. Roper.
even Baxter's like, let's go down here, Daddy, and see what's going on.
Oh my God, stop
So the other day, I guess there was a couple of cop cars on the south side of our apartment complex.
So not even close.
4 cop.
4 cop cars on the south side. So our downstairs neighbor heard about it first, so she went to go check it out.
Is she on the balcony wrapped in a cardigan just being like, what are you doing over there?
Is in a caftan.
Yeah. And
Oh my God.
And she told our upstairs neighbor, Steve, when he went to go walk his dog, so he walked over there. But then I'm coming back from the gym, and I see her, and she's kind of like looking around, like trying to figure out what, you know.
And did
other
she tell
stuff.
you?
No, she didn't tell me, but she was like looking around at other stuff because the other night there was a cop car out here in front of our building, and then I came up to Andy and I was like, Andy, something must have happened to one of our downstairs neighbors. And he's like, why? And I'm like, because
I love this story.
because our downstairs neighbor has a Ring camera doorbell, but it was off the wall, like the Michael Jackson
And the door was tinted.
album. And the door was dented.
Wait, is this
Like somebody had kicked or punched the door.
No.
is this the neighbor with the statue that's not a statue of a person, but the
No,
sculpture?
other side. And they have a small little schnauzer dog that's the cutest little thing, but it has
Aw.
a really big prolapsed butthole.
Oh.
That is way too much information.
So I want to know, like, so when there was the cop cars on the south side, did you all end up going and seeing each
I
other?
did not.
Okay.
But Steve did text us and was like, what's happening over here? And, you know,
So you're like the gossip queens.
yeah, so we have like a text chain with our upstairs neighbor.
I love that. I mean, that's good to do because then they're all like, you guys are all looking out for each other.
Right. Well, then also there was that one night when we were here and they were out of, they were away, like a couple hours away, and their cat or some
Was it the alarm or something?
No, turned up their TV so loud,
Right.
that we could hear it down here, and it was like even the bass was like super vibrating and everything. So it was like, oh, that's kind of scary. Like, what's that about?
It was hilarious, actually.
Yeah, it was really funny.
We texted them, and of course they're far away, and they know that they can't do anything to fix it.
Yeah.
Like,
So
they
was it just
called
loud all night?
security at the complex to see if they could go in and do
Oh,
something.
really?
And security's like, it's not an emergency. We're
Well,
not gonna do
and
it.
then finally, when we heard it go, we heard footsteps, and then we heard the volume go down. So we texted them, we're like, "Welcome home."
But they literally kept texting like every 15 minutes.
We're
we're on the 8. We're only 20 minutes out.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
so funny.
Like, really, it's
Like,
okay.
Can
Don't
you
worry.
just like share your location at that point? Share for the next hour. That's what I
Drop
do.
a pin.
Share for the next hour. We're good.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, so that was, I'm obsessed with that. The fact that they everybody
Are
is just as
nosy.
as I am. Well, it was so funny because like the downstairs neighbor, when I was walking from the gym, I saw her looking in people's like windows on the first floor. I
Okay,
was
that's like extra, but that's
Yeah.
me.
was like-
What's her name?
I don't know. But then Eddie always gets on me because I'm like, oh, our downstairs neighbors are gone for the weekend. He's like, how do you know that? I was like, oh, because their window shades are down and
He's
they're
completely
it's
Mrs. Ropering.
It's closed. Their house is closed off, and it's not like
it.
normal.
But look, this is called being aware of your surroundings.
Exactly.
And taking note of what's around you.
See something, say something.
Correct. Yeah.
He knows all the scoop.
So,
Oh my god! Cut 2. You're being interviewed on the news because there's a murder in the complex, and you were like, "I knew this was going to happen. I saw it. They were fighting for months,
and the blinds were weird.
and then they're like, "Sir, how do you know?" Don't worry.
Actually, they do fight some, especially if they've had too much wine.
I love how you're whispering. You're whispering like they could hear you.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know what
They probably do. Maybe they can't.
But also, like, what's her name that we think it is?
Yvette
Stop
and
it.
Claude.
Okay.
Those are what I think our neighbor. No, it's not neighbor.
Claude and
Andy this
Yvette.
morning was like, we saw our next door neighbor, and she was walking, and he was like, "What's her name?" I was like, "I don't know, neighbor number 1." And that's what I think their names are in my.
Her name is Hey Girl.
In the show of my life, she is neighbor number 1. Okay.
She is not main
Neighbors
character.
will come and neighbors will go.
You're right. You don't have any lines in the show, girl.
But you nosy.
You're a background extra. Okay. So anyway, speaking of where we live in an amazing city called San Diego. The city
Do
of
we?
beautiful. Yeah, well, you know.
Wait, what are we the city
America's
of?
finest city.
America's finest city. There we go.
Oh, I was like the city of Sam?
You know what? I'm thinking
And
the city of
Wales,
beautiful is
China.
Orlando. I'm sorry.
No, we're America's finest city. That's what we are?
Yeah, that's what it's
Oh.
called. Yeah, that's
why the
our slogan.
Gaiman's Chorus corporate name is America's Finest City Chorus or
Yeah.
something. You never knew that.
I didn't know that's what our
Also,
tagline
a whale's
was.
vagina.
Yes, the whale's vagina.
I mean, we are fine. We are fine.
But with that, we want people come out here to on vacation all
They
the time.
vacate, yes.
Yeah, so like, you know, maybe they listen to us for vacationing.
For tips and tricks.
travel tips.
Yes.
So we decided we're going to do top 5.
Did you, when you were thinking about top 5, did you like flash back to top 8 in MySpace? Or did you have a MySpace?
I did have a MySpace.
And you had to pick your top 8 and
I
like...
had my top 8, and I had a song that played when you landed on my page.
Girl, we were, back in the day, we were like XML, HTML hackers. Because, like, you didn't know what you do, but you had to, like, type in a code on a website and then paste it somewhere in your, like, box, and then it would make, like, the screen different, like, colors,
Yeah.
and it'd be, like, non-standard. That was
Like,
what's
the
up.
top 8 always created drama, too. Because if somebody, if you move somebody down, they were like, "What the fuck?"
Well, and it was public.
Yeah, and then people would be like, "You're not so-and-so's top 8 anymore. What's up with that?"
Uh-huh.
So
It was the best.
Oh my god, I remember that. That was not a good time in life.
Oh, it was a
No,
great time.
Especially the Mormons. They are the
They were
worst.
the worst.
I mean, if God wasn't first,
A picture of God.
he was
And
like,
Joseph Smith.
My top.
I mean, would God have an account?
Brigham Young is number 9. Far down the list.
Yeah, he's off the list.
It's so funny.
but with
No,
that being
top
said,
fives.
we're going to do top 5 whatever in
Everything.
San Diego. All right? So for those of you who are listening who are from other countries, other towns, other cities, other states, other universes, because you're in the multiverse or something, I don't know, but we're going to tell you what's good. I don't know if we have any what's not good.
I have
or-
one what's not good.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, great.
legal disclaimers. Your actual results may vary. Void where prohibited.
And this is not
This
medical
is just
advice.
our opinions.
Yeah.
We are not professional.
Allegedly. We're good. We're covered.
But also, this is a great way for you to go do some research in your own time. I speak about this all the time. Like, you need to go be a tourist in your own city,
Yeah.
or your own state, and go and see stuff. All right. So my first one is very big here in San Diego. One of the things we're known for is our sunsets.
Oh.
So top 5 places to watch the sunset.
Oh.
Good choice.
So my first one is Wind and Sea Beach
My favorite
in
beach
La
in San
Jolla.
Diego.
Great little area. There's like it's got this great circular rock formation that you can actually watch from and take great pictures from. But it's a beautiful beach.
So beautiful.
Next one is Crystal Pier in Pacific Beach,
Where's
which is just the
that?
pier in
Oh.
MPB. It's called Crystal Pier.
I didn't know that was
it's-
called
yeah.
Crystal Pier.
I didn't know either, but that sounds like a direct link.
Did you? I was gonna say,
Coming
did
to
you
the
know
stage,
Crystal Pier?
Pier?
I love Crystal Pier. That's
There you go.
girl.
Trademark. Copyright.
Allegedly.
But is it like Chris Talpier?
No,
No, it's
Crystal
Crystal Pier.
P.
Crystal Pier.
Pier.
is the name.
Yeah.
But it would be Peer because I'm peering.
Oh,
like
boy.
I'm peering into you or like peering around. Your downstairs neighbor is Crystal Pier.
Or is it Crystal with an I instead of a Y?
You could have their middle name be Dissa. Crystal disappeared.
Oh, that's what Yvette is going to be.
There you go. My next one is the ferry landing in Coronado, but
I live there. Where are all these places?
This is controversial.
This is controversial because technically you're not going to see the actual sunset, but you do get to watch the colors bounce off of the buildings in the skyline.
I've never seen it.
Ferry
Ferry
landing.
landing.
On the downtown cityscape.
There's a very similar one like that up in Point Loma in the hills. When you're coming down the hill looking at downtown San Diego when the sunset's happening, you just see this spectacular view of the city with the lights of the sunset bouncing off, and often the moon is rising right behind it. It's an incredible place to see.
What's it called? Ferry landing?
The Coronado Ferry Landing.
I've never
The
heard
ferry,
of that.
like there's a ferry that
Oh my
goes
God,
from-
girl.
It's where Joe lives.
Bitch, it's a fucking boat.
Yeah.
I was like, why is it called a ferry?
Why are we landing ferry?
I know.
Like, I was like, is it a gate
Is
thing?
that a pride thing?
Like, okay, that's where the boat be.
And then Costera over by the airport.
Oh,
this one with water.
yeah.
That's beautiful.
That's a really good one.
And they have really good Mexican food, so
Yes, they do.
eat and watch the sunset. And then my last one is Sunset Cliffs.
I'm
And
shocked
OB.
that that's far down on your list because that seems to be a fan favorite.
It is a fan
I love
favorite, and it's a
Sunset
great
Cliffs.
place to take your
Odyssey's
dog,
my
so you can watch
favorite.
the sunset with your dog. And if you're really lucky, and there's no
People?
no, well that too, and there's no marine there, you might see a green flash.
I've never seen that, but I've always wanted to.
Really? Mm-hmm. I've never seen it either.
But I've seen videos of it, so I know it exists.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've seen the movie.
A green flash.
Wait, it's not. No, Green
The-
Lantern.
the Green-
Sorry.
Oh, that's a Green Lantern. But I've had the beer from Green Flash Brewery.
There we go. Yes.
So, what's your first?
well, I'm going to piggyback off of yours because I have ocean views.
Okay.
So I think I also do love a sunset, but for me, ocean views, like my number one was Sunset Cliffs. Like we're not like you don't have to necessarily see like sunsets, but like I love Sunset Cliffs because it's pretty. And Windansea is really beautiful, but it's always so hard to get to, and it's always so congested. So my ocean views are the Sunset Cliffs.
Okay.
I also love Cardiff by the Sea.
Oh yeah.
I tried to bring in some North County.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know anything from South County. Sorry to La Vista and San Isidro and National City and everything else that's below us that I don't know. Cardiff by the Sea is really pretty because there's a little coffee shop. It's called Zoom Bar. Maybe Zoom Bar.
Okay.
I think may not be there anymore, but it's right along like where the there's like the little town area, like the downtown area in Cardiff. And it's just really pretty, and like everyone surfs. So in like the morning, everyone's surfing, so you can see all the surfers, and then it's pretty at sunset. And then I
You
have
see all the people with abs.
no, you
Yeah.
can't because they're wearing wetsuits.
Not when they come out.
I mean, they do have like little like parkas that they wear to like derobe, and like when I'll bike up there, and like they're by their cars because they're taking off their wetsuits, and then they're in like obviously nothing but their little like towels, and I'm like, oh hello. I should like take them off.
I just drive by, you just swipe one.
I know.
How'd you get that dent in your wheel?
Don't worry about it. And then I do like the La Jolla Cove
Okay.
by
Yes.
the Sea Lions.
But please stay away from the sea lions.
Yeah, well, you can't. It's illegal now. It's closed, I think, year round to
Thank
like
God.
maintain the like
Habitat.
marine wildlife or whatever. Which absolutely. And then the next one I have is Mission Bay.
Okay.
Just all over Mission Bay because it's cool in Mission Bay because you have like the homes that are like right along the ocean, like the beach. And then lastly is all of Torrey Pines. So either up by like the hang glider people.
I was going to say the Torrey Pines glider port was my favorite.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
definitely
I mean,
up there.
there's honestly like anywhere you choose along the coast in from
Although, did you
Oceanside
see
down.
the video recently
Yeah, with
of
the cliff falling
sand,
off.
the sand,
So
because it's all
crazy.
limestone, and it will scale off, so you'll get this.
Here?
Yeah, like right along that Torrey Pines cliff, going down to Black's Beach
The
below.
cliff is still falling off.
The cliff will fall off.
So if
especially
you're
when
watching the
there's-
ocean, make sure you're not near the cliffs. You might die.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not going to do that. Don't worry. Yeah, those are my top 5 ocean views.
Okay. Well, speaking of the ocean, I have top 5 water sports. And no, I'm not talking about those kind of water sports either.
I
Like,
was gonna say,
Yeah.
how
Like,
Isn't there just one kind of water sport?
no, there's different based on your hydration.
But like that you can do here in San Diego in public. First one is whale watching, which is like so much fun.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought about that.
Well, I mean, it's on the water.
Water activity.
You can get on the what is it, the horn blower or whatever?
Yes, the horn blower is great for that. Surfing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're great for surfing, and if you're lucky enough to be out there early enough, you could actually surf with the dolphins and other wildlife.
I would be
that are out there.
nervous.
Who have been jumping like 10 feet in the air recently right now. They're just showing off.
Because dolphins are big.
And they're smart.
They're
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
And they are the only other mammal that has sex for fun.
and they might just try to stick their
How
nose
do
up
you
your
know they're
booty
the
hole.
only mammal that has sex?
Because I heard something somewhere one time.
Allegedly.
And allegedly.
I
Trademark.
do always wonder when scientists say like dolphins, because I've also heard that, but I'm like, how do they know?
They are science people. They like track it. I don't know.
Aren't dolphins like rapists or something?
They
I've heard that
also
too.
Are aggressively, yes.
Okay.
But they're so pretty and sweet and majestic ocean figures. But cover your butthole.
I always think of the guy who wrote the books.
Moby Dick?
No, the So Long Thanks for All the Fish. You ever hear that?
No.
Oh my God. Life, the Universe, and Everything. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the
Douglas
Galaxy.
Adams? No.
Yeah, Douglas Adams.
There you go.
Okay.
He wrote a book, and one of the premises of the book was that dolphins are really a superior species, and at some point they're all going to leave the water and fly off back into outer space.
I would
and
love
they'll
that.
say, So long, thanks for all the fish.
And then, like, take me with you, please.
I think that's also either a Simpsons episode or a Futurama episode.
Yeah.
I can't remember which
Yeah.
one it is. But the dolphins like
But that all
took
came
over.
from Doug Adams.
Probably Futurama.
Yeah.
That makes more
I
sense.
love Futurama. Is it still on?
No.
What about?
Well, I'm not done.
No, I'm
yet.
sorry,
Hold on,
finish.
let me see.
I
You never know. I might be on here. So I also have kayaking.
Okay.
I love kayaking, by the way. Anyway, keep going.
And then swimming, of course, because we have
If you
beaches
can.
galore.
Wait, in San Diego, in the ocean, it's cold.
Yeah.
Right now, it's
This is
record
the best.
warm.
This is the best time of year.
Right
to go.
now.
Because I have heat in it.
Yes, because it's.
And then the last one is boating, predominantly hot tub boating.
What is that?
You can rent a boat that is a hot tub. So you and your friends will boat around
I'm
the
okay with
bay
this. In a hot tub? On the water?
On the water.
Oh my god, I live for that. Because I am not a big
Hot
fan.
tub
The ocean
cruising.
is very kind of scary because there's like kelp monsters that will kill you. And like that's why canoeing is like cool, but like I don't know about it.
Can
Like,
we do that? Like, you guys want to go out? And
I would
I will
love to
be.
do that.
I will need.
I think it's
I will
really
need to wear a
cool
life
idea.
vest. Absolutely wear a life vest.
So, there's a couple that didn't make your list,
Okay.
right? Jet skiing,
Yes.
Yes.
definitely up there.
Oh, also
Yeah.
sailing.
Like, it's
Well,
like a lake thing.
Look. What sailing? What's your name?
Christopher Cross.
Christopher Cross. Calm down,
It takes me
Cartman.
away.
But also you could do the speedboat. There's a speedboat here that
Right.
the Freedom Boat,
And then the duck.
the duck tours.
Well,
people.
and then I was
And
going
the
to say
pirate
a
ship.
really popular thing, especially for the next generation, the paddleboarding.
Oh, stand-up paddleboarding? Yeah, that's hard.
Remember when sailboarding was big?
I don't want to do.
That's
I
so
don't want to do anything
1980s
that's too
now.
much work.
I love paddleboarding. Joe has a terrible photo of me paddleboarding in Bear Lake in Utah.
No, it's a beautiful photo.
But we've never done it here, and I would love to. It's fun. It's like you get exercise. It's like
Yeah.
practice your balance.
No
Did
thanks.
you
Yeah.
stand all the way up or did
Yeah.
you kneel?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just- You can't unsuck a dick.
It depends. Here's the thing I learned is it depends on like how tall I am, where my center of gravity
How
is,
long it is?
Yeah.
how long the board is.
And how thick the board is.
The longer and thicker the board,
The better it is.
But
To
also-
a point.
But also, you can ride the ferry to and from
Which is
downtown
not
to
a mythical creature.
Coronado.
So funny story, I did a surfing lesson in Hawaii with Aiden. When he was young, we went and did a trip. And just your center of gravity story reminded me. I was sitting on the board, they were trying to give us instructions on how we were going to learn how to surf. And I could not sit on the damn board. I was falling off. My center of gravity's too high. And it was just like, everyone else is just sitting there calmly in the still water, listening to the instructor. And I'm
takes a little while.
under twice.
It's I don't have the like the balance for those. It's hard. Like those, like the people that do the surfing and stand up paddleboarding, they make it look so effortless. And then you like, I could do that.
It just takes a moment.
And then you don't do that, and you're like, oh.
The secret to paddleboarding is look forward. Like even when you're like, same when you're like lifting weights in the gym or like doing like balance exercises, you always look forward. It's the same, and you'll be fine, and you won't fall over.
Huh?
Says somebody who fell over for like what, an hour? Took me about an hour to figure it out. As you watched me and took photos.
I did, yeah. As I was trying to not get eaten by the bugs. That was
All right.
So I have tourist attractions.
Okay.
Because you had said be a tourist in your own home.
Yes.
And they're all the Bane ones, but they're the ones that I like. And so the first one that I like is the Hotel del Coronado, because it's historic, and I'm pretty sure it's haunted. And I want them, like, I would love them to do like a night tour. If I don't even know if that's possible, like the Whaley House.
It's a ghost tour
At the Hotel Coronado?
or in South Coronado, yeah.
Or it might be part of like San Diego, and they take.
Oh, I need to do that. You know what? I think you're right. They have the trolley. They have like the trolley ghost tour. We almost did it last year. I was like, no, it kind of is stupid, but maybe I'll do it this year. So Hotel del Coronado, La Jolla Cove. I love the La Jolla Cove. It's like if it is, I like it early in the morning when there aren't a lot of people.
Okay.
So I'm talking like 7 a.m.
Okay.
Like when the world has not woken up yet, because it's very tranquil, and then you have the sea lions, seals, whatever they are, I don't know. And it's just really pretty. Then the next one I have is Seaport Village.
Okay.
Because it's fun to walk around the little shops, and the place that you have to go in the Seaport Village is the ornament shop. Have you guys been to the
Christmas shop?
The Christmas ornament shop.
Yeah.
Have you guys been?
I've been, and also the other store there that I love is the left-handed store.
Yes, I love that.
Because you all know somebody who's left-handed.
I don't think I've ever been to the
There's a
left-handed
left-handed
store.
store. So, like, where do you get scissors that are left-handed or a can opener that's left-handed?
I didn't know scissors. Wait,
You
aren't
just
all
learned
scissors?
to compromise with the right
Aren't
hand
all
world.
scissors left-handed? You just flip them over?
No.
No.
Really?
Just the double.
No, because if try to use them. Try using scissors that are like in your left hand, and tell me.
Okay, I will. When I get home.
We'll do it later.
Okay.
Next, I have the zoo, which is not a favorite of mine, but I know it's popular.
It's my favorite.
Because the zoo is like world renowned, and now that the pandas are back, I guess it's cool. And lastly, just Balboa Park. I think moving to Bankers Hill has made me appreciate Balboa Park. I have been in Balboa Park more in the past year than I have in the 7 or 8 years that I've lived here, because we'll take Max through to walk through Balboa Park, and there's always something going on. Like there's the vendors on the weekends. There's always like something. Your Comic-Con museum is there. Like there's always stuff to do.
Mine.
Yeah, Paul's Comic-Con. What you got next?
So mine is actually because Nick was talking about this too, because he came up with it as well. It was the top 5 festivals or conventions in San Diego. So of course, number 1 is Comic-Con, because every year, it is like the biggest thing. Another one is Crossed, which happens twice a year, which is our EDM music festival that happens downtown, which is great.
It's a great spot too.
They have some great artists that come through for that. The San Diego Bay Food and Wine Festival is really good. I haven't been
where's
myself.
that?
I've been.
But it's on the bay.
Oh, by like down by the Embarcadero.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that area.
It's really fun, actually.
And it's supposed to be really cool, but I haven't been there just because I don't know. For me, I just can't.
They give you a thing like you put it around your head with a little like plastic wine glass, and like so that you don't. Yeah. Anyway, it's great. It's your cross body bag, but it's a wine glass,
There you go.
A cross wine
Can't
bag.
spill.
so you can't spill.
That's
and then
smart.
I have the Bay Parade of Lights at Christmas time, which
Love
is
that.
fantastic.
Love
We watched that last year for the
See?
first time. Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah. So it's a lot of fun. It's something different. And then Adams Avenue Street Fair, which is 2 days worth over in North Park area, Adams Avenue, where they have like local bands and everything playing. But it's a great way to get to know your neighborhood. and
Interesting.
area and stuff like that. Yeah.
You just made me think of like I didn't think about this, but like top 5 like holiday things. Maybe you have that on your list, but
Nope.
My only one I would add to that, Paul, is I think that our Pride Festival is one of the biggest. Whether we love it or not, it's one of the biggest in the country.
It is because it also happens outside of Pride
June.
Month,
Yeah.
Yes.
technically.
does
But
it matter?
I just love that we
Yeah.
can sit on your patio and watched it on TV now.
Used to.
It was great.
Yeah.
But now we have friends, Mark and Cody, that have a house right on the parade route. So next year, if you're here, we'll bring you to.
Yeah, you won't be in Florida.
It's amazing how big that is too. So it's cool to live in a city that has such a big celebration, even though I don't necessarily want to go to it. that we live in a place that's like it's a big spot for that.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to ask you guys your opinion. Top 5 pizza.
I have that.
Okay.
Okay.
Top
Go.
5 pizzerias.
Go.
So, and I couldn't do a particular order because it would have been East Coast Pizza in Hillcrest, but they got rebranded to Mississippi Michigan Bites.
Massachusetts Bites.
That one, but it's the same owners.
Same recipe.
It's just a different thing because there's an
Okay.
East Coast Pizza up in Carlsbad. So my first would be Legacy East Coast Pizza, but not Mississippi, Massachusetts, Michigan
Right,
Bites.
yeah.
But I have them on there. I have Sisters Pizza because naturally,
Sisters.
Right, no.
Good.
and then
So good.
Making Love Up North, Giving Love to the North, Pizza Port in Carlsbad.
Never been.
You don't like Pizza Port? Really?
okay.
They had a really good meat pizza.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh,
Keep
no!
going. This is your top
This
five.
is your top 5, Joe.
And then I have Gelati and Piccati because it's fun
Yes.
and tasty. And then Tribute pizza.
Oh, I would say Tribute, yeah. So Tribute, Gelati Bacardi. I also would put
Sisters.
I love Sisters.
Sisters in there. I would also put Buena Forchetta because their fried pizza is amazing.
I haven't been there.
And what's the place in Solana Beach that we go to? We went up there right after singing.
Oh, I have that.
That place was really good.
It's
it's really good pizza.
Best pizza by Cardiff or something.
Yes.
right.
Yeah,
That
was
that
a
one I
good
would
spot.
put on my
Yeah,
list.
that's
They
really
have
good.
good knots.
Wait,
good
but
garlic knots.
Little Caesars didn't make your list?
No.
I mean, they're hot and ready just like me.
Only for 5 minutes. And then you turn to cardboard.
I think Sisters is my top. Like, it's so good.
Yes.
I go for the company.
I would say flavor, it isn't my number one.
Sure.
But it's the whole experience.
Yeah.
So the one that I think a lot of people put on their list that I don't put on my list is Bronx Pizza.
I don't like Bronx
It's
pizza.
cardboard. Their
Yeah.
crust has no flavor.
Yeah, because again, I was loyal to East Coast Pizza, ECP. Like, it's what
We
you
love
do.
East Coast, yeah.
Oh god, yeah. Because they knew me there because they would go like every week.
Yeah.
But like, you could get your
Every week he means every day.
stop. My favorite story is that I apparently like I had gone on a date with a guy, and I guess some years had passed, and I matched with him on Tinder, and I was like, oh yeah, let's go. Do you want to hang out? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, well, we could do this. And he's like, well, we already have gone on a date. And I was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, you took me to East Coast Pizza and then to Fiji Yogurt to get froyo. And I was like, yeah, that was me. That checks.
That sounds like me.
That's me. Yeah,
That's his date number 4.
Yeah.
yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So I will tell you that I love Sisters Pizza. They're great. I think Gelati Piccati has such great flavor combinations,
so good.
and especially their potato and truffle.
I've gone
is,
for
one
a
of my
really long
favorite.
time.
Yeah, and then but Tribute, if you really want to do kind of more of a sit down
Yeah,
kind of
finer dining.
with the pizza and everything,
Yeah.
they are fantastic.
And they have really fun flavor
I think Buena
combos.
Forchetta is kind of in that same
Yes.
category.
Where's that at? South
That
Park?
one is in South Park. Well, they have a couple of different ones. There's one in Coronado, one in Point Loma, one in North County.
South
But,
Park seems closer,
The original
though.
one is in South Park.
So
I've
their
tried it.
story was 5 guys came over and met in English language school here, and they formed this company
Aw.
to build pizza, and it's now grown. It's really
And
So it's authentic.
Gelati and Bacardi is from
owned
one of
by
the
them.
guys who helped start
Okay.
Buena Forchetta. So
I just love
Oh.
that none of your answers were anything in Little Italy.
I know.
Well,
It's
there's
true.
I have my favorite restaurants, and one of them is a restaurant in Little Italy.
what are your top 5 restaurants, Joe?
Well, you can go. You have another one for you, Paul?
Go right ahead.
Well, so my 5 restaurants were just all restaurants / eateries nearby.
Okay.
Because I was going through these, and I was like, oh, these are very Little Italy, North Park, Hillcrest, downtown. And my favorite all-time restaurant, I think, in all of San Diego is Bencoto in Little Italy. I know Barbusa is like the sister restaurant, and Nick loves Barbusa for the carbonara.
Carbonara and the fried
Blossoms. But Benkoto has a squid ink gnocchi with lobster sauce. Oh, so fucking good.
So Barbusa is if you want to go see celebrities or like see and be seen, it's Barbusa.
I didn't know you see celebrities there.
Yes, but Benkoto is more like your neighborhood.
I love it, and I love the food there is fresh. My parents love it. Like it's like my go-to. Like I will always I live and die by that place because it's so good. I think it's been probably a year since we've gone, but I love Benkoto. And then Encontro, there's a lot of Otros in my list. Encontro in North Park.
Yes.
Hopefully it's still there. It's been a while ever since moving. But they have really good like sandwiches, salads. They have good appetizers. And it's just really flavorful. I think they have good burgers. And then the other ones are not as fancy, if you will, but Bantai.
Okay, we love Bantai.
We drove by the one in Hillcrest.
It's still not open.
I don't think it will
they're
open.
Gonna reopen?
I don't think so.
I don't either.
Which is really sad because Bantai, like, if you want good Thai food, it's 100% Bantai.
Yeah,
and then a new discovery thanks to you guys was Taste of Himalayas for really good food. And then my last one is Park Bistro.
Okay, with a C.
With a C. With a C.
As long as we get good service.
Right. But Park Bistro is really good. They have a great happy hour. And so what you can do is get their like small menu items.
Okay.
You can get a couple sliders. You can get like the lobster puff thingies. Arancinis. Like so many little like knickknacks that you can eat. And it's really tasty.
Yeah.
So I actually was going to say, take your list of great dining, but great food experiences, right? And so I was thinking... what's the one in La Jolla where you go for brunch but the waves crash up? Marine Room. Or
I've never been to that.
The Marine Room is right on the La Jolla shores.
Interesting.
And at high tide, the waves crash against the window. It's really cool.
Is it safe?
It's very safe.
It's been around since the 20s. So.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be noisy.
The rooftop Mr. A's.
Yeah.
I've never been to Mr. A's.
You have a limited life experience.
I do need to get out more. Yeah.
Watching the planes come in.
Yeah.
You know, I thought you mentioned it earlier for sunsets. The Mexican one on the water in Costera coming in. Those are all like experiences to eat.
So I do have one that piggybacks on that. It's the top 5 Michelin recognized restaurants in San Diego.
There we go.
That would have been 100%
elevated experience.
Natalie and I were talking about how like when we go on vacations, our vacations tend to center around where can we eat that's fun and then Michelin recognized. So we did last year. There were I think 4 or 5 restaurants that had Michelin stars
in San Diego. Oh wow!
When just like 3 years ago, there were none.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now we're only down to 2.
Oh no!
Since some people lost their stars. June and July.
What's the gossip?
Deserved.
Yeah. And one of Sushi Tadakoro lost theirs.
That's the one in Point Loma. Right?
Correct. And then I forget who the other one was.
Addison, maybe?
No, Addison went from 1 star to 3.
Ooh.
Which I was like,
For
okay,
real?
that's a huge jump. Let's see if you can keep it. But like the only 2 ones that have them is Soichi, the sushi place off of Adams Avenue, and then Addison with their 3 stars. So
the place next to Soichi I've been to, which is like their sister spot,
okay,
is real good.
Is it?
Which
Okay.
makes me want to go to Soichi real bad.
Oh,
We
what's
had
the
it makes me want Soichi real bad.
what's the Chinese restaurant on Adams Avenue? I know I call it Mr. Chow's, but it's not.
Fortunate Son.
Fortunate Son.
So what are the lists?
Okay, so this might mean that they're just recognized as someplace to go. They may have a star, or they may be a bib gourmand, which is they're almost there at a star, and you really do need to make your way.
It's like
to
honorable
there.
mention.
Correct. Yeah. So first off, is anime.
Which it was
We went to anime.
Yeah.
my birthday.
Yeah.
So great.
We love anime. It's a great restaurant, and it's
food was so
the
good.
head chef is Filipino, and she tries to take some of that into consideration, considering the name is based on anime, the cartoon style. She does do a lot of
I didn't
Asian
even
flavors.
realize that.
And
Oh,
she came out during. Remember, she came out and like
Yeah.
spoke to us.
I thought it was ANNAMAE.
No.
It's ANIMAE.
So,
So the other one
love
is
that.
Cali. It has Bib Gourmand. So it's a Mediterranean in the East Village.
which will be where we're going for Nick's birthday.
Yes.
Yay!
Do they have baba ganoush?
Yes, they do.
But it's probably like high level,
It's
upscale
like
baba
it's
ganoush.
like it's not even called baba ganoush. It's like eggplant puree.
As long as there's no sweet nuts.
The next one is of course Kettner Exchange.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Love
It's a Bib
that.
Gourmand. They kept their Bib Gourmand.
Really?
Yeah,
so they're
so
almost there.
You can you can also like if you're a Bib Gourmand, you can lose your bib. So like Urban Wood last year was Bib Gourmand. They lost it. Juniper and Ivy. Bib Gourmand, they lost it.
Some
So-
of them too will never get higher than that because they don't offer the kind of menu or the kind of service that a 3-star restaurant gets.
required.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
It's very like the rules of that are kind of quirky.
Kingfisher in South Park is
Never been to
amazing.
that
And if you want congee, like their mushroom congee is fantastic.
They're kind of a high-end Vietnamese.
Yeah, very high-end Vietnamese, great cocktails.
It's making me
great
very
little
hungry.
place. And then I liked Soichi because I thought it was such a great experience for like omakase kind of tasting
So
menu.
Suichi is about as big as our living room.
Yes.
And we sat outside. There's like 2 tables outside during COVID, but we had this great 13-course meal.
I think it
or
was like
something. It was
2.5
great.
hours or something like that.
Yeah.
It was like
Oh, damn.
we went like the day after Christmas or something.
Yeah, because they had just gotten their star.
They just got their star.
And that's the only day we could get reservations.
But you got
And
it,
So
yeah.
we went with 4 of us, and you don't order anything. Like, they just bring it to you.
I feel like that's the best.
So-
That's
the
my
journey.
favorite kind of place to go. Just please bring me food. When I come to your house, it's the same. This is a Michelin star house.
it is. It's
You
very
just show
true.
up and we get elevated food experiences.
Yes, 100%.
All right, Nick, do you have a top 5?
I don't. I'm not going to share mine, but I wanted to ask, like, because our audience is like the gay audience. Like, what are like the top 5 places that people are
To
either
cruise?
visiting, cruise, whatever it is? Like, what's like the best like gay spots in San Diego?
So people are definitely going to say you got Moe's. If you're looking for gay, I would probably say check out Inside Out if you're coming into San Diego, just because it's a more elevated gay
It's loungy,
experience
yeah.
bar.
Like a food experience.
But there's
right?
always something different going on. Like right now, they're about to switch into their fall. Like Wonderland kind
Love
of
it.
thing, and
Yeah.
so they always have something.
They changed their
cool.
trees.
Yeah, they changed
Yeah.
the trees and decor and everything.
Decor, a lot of these are all owned by the same one company, but
Yeah.
they do a really amazing job to create this vibe. You know,
Yeah.
It's not Beyonce, yeah.
Yeah, so I like
So
I
like
think-
we all have our favorites, right? And what's really funny about that is there's bars that we never go to because they're just not on the list. Like we're not PEX people or the Hole or
I forgot that PEX existed.
I've never been there, but
Except when I lived
But, like,
down the street
like,
from it.
Like, number 1 is fun if
Yeah,
you
the rail.
enjoy that,
Have you
right?
ever been to the rail?
The rail,
Yeah.
I just found out yesterday, leaving my office, they do like karaoke. So,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
There's actually a lot of fun like gay spaces in San
Yeah.
Diego.
But I also like we go to the Khalif, but maybe we'll go like twice a year, and one
Well,
of
it's
them
closed
is
now.
for
The Khalif has been closed for a long time.
Yeah.
What's the one? Is it the
Oh
Loft?
no, you're talking about the Loft.
The Loft. I'm sorry.
The Khalif was the best because it was like 70 years old up, and they had karaoke there. I love the
We used
Khalif.
to call it Heaven's Waiting Room.
But it was, I loved going there because it was such an opposite from Moe's.
Right.
Or from like, oh my God, what's the dance club called? Riches. Like,
Riches.
you went there and it was like, we don't care who you are, just have fun.
I will say, like, okay, it's not necessarily a gay bar, but it's very gay friendly.
Sure.
It's Red Wing. I haven't been there in a
Love
while.
it.
Oh,
There,
yeah.
the bar has
Karaoke.
changed a lot.
Oh, it has. Okay.
Yeah, it's gotten more and more bro.
Oh,
Like,
my God.
So you just have to wear a hat backwards
No, we went, that's where we went
with my friend Wendy.
before you got COVID, yeah. And it was pretty pro-y earlier
Yeah.
this year, and I was like,
They have
interesting.
great hash tater tots.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they do have great tater tots. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking of like what are like top 5 like queer spaces or LGBT spaces in San Diego, and I'm like, I think you guys are all like hit them on the head. There's
I think also
What's
the
there's
stats.
something
for everything.
Bar,
Flicks.
Flicks. That's another one.
Yeah, for
Popular.
bars, I think that's the case. But then
I
there's
really
also
like
like
number
Lestat's, which is
Yeah.
more like not bar.
So if you're coming to San Diego and like looking for some like things to do in the gay space, we got plenty of places. Come
Well,
to
and then you
Hillcrest.
also have like Common Stock if you're looking for like
Yeah.
something that has really good food restaurant wise that's owned by queer
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Very welcoming queer space. All the servers are queer. Everything is,
Yeah.
that you're looking for.
There's if you just walk along University Avenue, there's
Yep.
probably 30 different places you could go. I mean, we're lucky because we've been in other cities where
Yeah.
you don't have that kind of choice.
Yeah.
I feel really lucky. We'll be able to walk in the neighborhood and find all your top places.
Gossip Grill, a great lesbian
Yeah.
focused space, and
Okay, so we're running out of time. Who wants to do the last top 5?
You.
Okay, so my last top 5 is top 5 tacos.
Oh, that's
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So
walk us through it.
this is going to be controversial.
this is very
wait,
very
wait. Are we going
controversial.
from your number 1?
No, it's not.
No,
it's
it's
not
just-
is it
any order.
ranked?
Okay, good.
It's not ranked or anything. It's
Okay.
just, it's my favorite places to get tacos.
Top 5 favorite
Even though I
places.
don't like really get tacos.
And it's not Taco Bell. Okay.
Okay, yeah, it's not Taco
Yeah.
Bell.
And is this at 2 in the morning, or is this like in a normal meal
I think
time?
you could probably like some of them you can get at any time.
Anytime,
Honestly,
anywhere.
At 2 in the morning, you have a completely different criteria.
Right.
Yeah,
correct.
that's when you're going to
And there's not as many
Alberto's.
choices, but yeah, it's like Roberto's or something.
But that has a special place in my heart.
Right.
Yes.
Well, that's why I asked that, because a lot of people love places like
Oh
Roberto's.
yeah.
Or
When
the
your
one that
guacamole
used to be-
is
the
a
one that
sauce.
used to be next to the Himalayan restaurant. There used to be a great late night Mexican.
Yeah, and they got it's still a Mexican place now, but it's not the same
Not
one.
the same, right?
Yeah.
but like, and we're not talking about Taco Bell or Del Taco.
Okay.
So
Or Jack in the Box tacos, which are
Or
actually
the-
really
yeah,
good
exactly.
to dip in ranch.
So first one is Tutano Taqueria.
Where's that?
They were down south by the border, and then they were in Old Town, but now they're going to open up a location in Chula Vista.
Awesome.
Are they still in Old
Tutana.
Town?
Tutano Taqueria, what is it?
Are they still in Old Town?
They're not in Old Town anymore. They're about to open up one in Chula Vista.
Okay.
One more time. Tutana.
Tutano Taqueria.
Tutano Taqueria.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's women owned, women run.
Ooh.
And they do an amazing birria taco with amazing consomme. So
Okay.
These,
Wait.
these people are cooking that meat all day.
Yes.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Beat that meat.
La Vicinidad.
La Vicinidad?
Yes. Tacos
Oh,
and Hillcrest.
yes.
They are really good. And let me tell you, when you bite into it and you get the cheese, and it
Yeah.
it always
And it's a cute environment.
Yes.
It's like a small, narrow, and like, ooh, I love them.
yeah, they have great tacos.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
tell you.
I forgot about them.
Las Cuatro Milpas, but like Los Cuatro Milpas is in
Where's that?
over in the Barrio Logan, and
Quattro's Milpas is a line out the door.
Yeah, they
and
always
you
have the line
have to
out the
go
door.
early and wait and
Yeah.
hope that they have enough food for when you get up there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They sell till they sell out, which is really quickly.
Okay.
So, and then we have City Tacos.
Love
I like City Tacos. So
I don't
That's
think
the
I've
one
had
with
city
the
tacos.
The wrestling
wrestler guy, right? The pink wrestler.
No,
well,
that's-
there's two.
No, that's tacos. Taco Libre.
Yeah, oh,
Lucha
yeah.
Libre
Lucha,
tacos is also on my list.
Oh, okay, sorry. I was just leading into that for you.
But then there was what was the taco place that was not for profit that like had the duck one that we used to go to all the time?
Oh, it was- Right next to, like, not Betty's, but, like, right next to Flicks.
yes, right next to Flicks.
Yeah.
And they used
Oh,
to have
Yeah, they're
yeah,
gone now.
they're gone.
yeah, they're gone, but like they had the best like
They were
duck
so
tacos,
good. Yeah.
And they
I
had
was
really good
like-
food. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Well, and I'm remembering also across the street, which is now like a Japanese soup or
Ramen,
not
yeah.
a pho place,
Ramen.
a ramen
yeah.
place. But it used to be this place, and they would do a duck nachos.
yes.
So good.
I'm surprised Tacos El Gordo's not on your list.
Tacos El Gordo is a very specific kind of place, and it is one of those like after hours,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
you've just been drinking, and before you go home, you need something greasy to kind of like fill up on. And Tacos El Gordo does that.
It's like a staple for a lot of people. Yeah.
The Libre one is kind of in that. It's
Lucha's
right on
Libre
there.
is kind of in there too.
What's funny is none of them were seafood taco, which is a classic San
got
Diego
fish.
thing.
Oh, I was gonna say my favorite is I think Alonzo's in North Park. I don't remember if that's what it's called, but they have a really good fish taco. I think it's Alfonso's.
Fish taco.
I would say that my controversial one in that space is Puesto. Mainly because I don't love all of their menu, but Puesto introduced me to that idea of like they
Rigoberto's.
fry the cheese and then they put the taco on top, so you get like this fried cheese
Right,
taco
yes.
thing.
So
So if there's other places
Lucha
that do
Libre
that, I would
or-
love to, because like that's where I learned about that fried
Yeah.
cheese taco.
Right.
Oh, so good.
The only thing I have, okay, so Puesto started in San Diego, and they are a little bit more like high end.
They are not high end.
I know, but they're
Girl.
trying to
They're
be.
expensive.
Girl,
But they're
they are
very-
tourist traps.
Right, exactly. They're a tourist trap, and they would charge you arm and a leg for a
They
taco that
absolutely will.
you could get down the street.
It's $20, and you're like, thanks.
Oh, you know who else has good tacos? Carnitas.
Yeah, what-
Stack.
what are your
Carnitas, is it?
Well, no, you're talking
Honorable
about crack
mentions.
tacos.
No, well, Crack Taco has great ones too.
Yes,
but
they
what's
do.
the
Oh,
what's
yeah.
the big one?
Carnitas Snack Shack.
Yes, they have good ones too.
I don't care what the place is, but if it's a tiny little hole in the wall with like a family that runs it, I will eat there. Like Alberto's, Rigoberto's, Alfonso's,
So for the people
Santana's.
coming from out of town, don't go to the main. Don't go to
Don't go to Puesto.
to what Gaslamp. Gaslamp is not where you
No.
And you will see Puesto down there by Seaport Village because it's right there.
Well, that's where
Don't
the mom
go.
is.
Next to the Cheesecake Factory. That is not where you go.
As
to
Kamala
get
Harris
tacos.
said, don't come.
We will go
Don't
to
go.
those restaurants when there's a reason. But
Right.
like go to North Park, go to
Yeah, find a
Little
hole in the
Italy,
wall.
Go
Yeah.
to Imperial Beach. Like you can find these crazy
Yes.
great.
And it's
places.
so good.
Well, and that is something you just know to do anywhere. Your area is known for something, so find those little hole in the walls, those little mom and pop places that are trying to crank it out and
support
do a
local
great job.
business.
Support local
Yeah.
business. Support your town. Support your state.
I'm hungry now.
I know, right?
Girl, I'm like, ooh, I want tacos. I want Mexican food. I want Chinese food. Valentine.
All the food.
Yes.
All right. Well, while Joe goes to get some food, everybody have a great week. Thanks.
And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to These Unprecedented Gays. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and join us next time as we continue exploring the ever-changing landscape of queer life. Until then, stay proud, stay fierce, and stay unprecedented.